The 7-time Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton shared his thoughts on the signing of Marquez during a press conference at the Canadian Grand Prix. Hamilton, who making his Ferrari sensational switch, commented, "It's fantastic news, Marc is incredible. I love MotoGP and I'm excited about the future of the sport. I think that with Liberty Media they will learn a lot from what happened in Formula One. And there will be great growth. The races are wonderful and seeing Marquez on the Ducati will be great." Hamilton expressed his admiration for Ducati and his excitement at seeing Marquez in the Desmosedici GP. "The Ducati has always been a very nice bike. I can't wait to see Marquez in red. From an athlete's perspective, it's great to have something new, a new environment, new people to work with and new challenges. There is always a little more tension and uncertainty of knowing if you will adapt well to that environment, but it is exciting when they welcome you." Meanwhile, among all the explanations that Marc Marquez gave, the scenario that Ducati proposed to the pilots before finally deciding on him drew attention. The Catalan admitted that Ducati presented Jorge Martin and him with the idea of competing for the other bike in the official team on the track, in an exciting head-to-head for the desired promotion. The idea was the following. The chosen one would be Jorge Martin and Marc would ride a black motorcycle but in the Pramac satellite team. But with one condition that changed everything. If Marc Marquez won the title this year with the Ducati from last year GP23 of the Gresini satellite team, Martin had to give him that mount and it would be Marc who would be promoted. And the surprise came. Jorge accepted that scenario as the interviewer pointed out. Meanwhile, Marc rejected that proposal. "Yeah. It's like that," Marc said in El Larguero, admitting the veracity of the facts and that he decided not to accept that idea for 3 clear reasons. Marc Marquez's 3 reasons for rejecting that option. It's simple. The first reason, the main one, is that if you have to win it on the track, you have to have the same weapons. And now I don't have them. But it's no excuse and I'm showing that I can be competitive with the bike. Last year, but I didn't have them there, he argued, highlighting that he had to risk his future with a motorcycle from the previous year versus the more powerful and faster GP24 driven by Jorge Martin. The second point that I was clear about is that I was not going to change from one satellite team to another, he added. And the third point is that when you talk about athletes, there are contracts with sponsors who have followed me throughout my sporting career and a multinational closes the budgets in September for the next 2 years. He explained, making it clear that with the many contracts commercials at stake, Marc couldn't wait any longer. Either Ducati made up his mind, or he was going to look for alternatives. But he needed a concrete answer to know his future with enough margin to close all those contracts. You cannot be with the sponsors in November with the decide. Now you do and now you don't, or next year or 2026 is different. It was something unviable, added the 8-time world champion.